Alright, so here it is one more time. SAVA 3.0 Warwinds, all Touray carbon T800. And before I take it out for a spin, I'm going to try to mount the GoPro somewhere around here so I can get a front rear view. I want to show the rear working. For anybody who wants to know, the SAVA is working good. Everything, the brakes are working good out of the box. I really haven't tweaked anything except other than I adjusted these bullhorn things they call. I adjusted them to bring them down further, and I took up the slack on what I had to with the cables. And here's a little something. The seat post, I guess, I don't know if I'm over tightening it or it's just bad paint job, but if you can see right there, that's what's happening. And the little dust cover for the adjustment, which I think it's cool. I've seen other bikes. Some bikes don't even bring this, so pretty nice. That goes there. And what else did I do? Oh, here's something that I did to the bike. I had to true this wheel. I'll probably mention this on my ride again, but I had to true this wheel. It had a really bad bounce to one side, but I managed to true it right here where it's at. I don't have a truing stand, but I got it. It's actually fairly decent, so I'm gonna go with this. And like I said, everything works fine. The wheel doesn't have a bounce like it used to right out of the box. So that's one of the little things that I want to mention that I had to work with after I assembled the bike. And as I said, you know, I'm working, trimming everything, working to see how I get my best ride. I'm working with the seat adjustment right here. Here's something that I don't like. There's a 3/8 bolt here. This bolt here is a 3/8. It's a setting bolt for the pivot here. I would think that'd be metric, but it's not. It's a 3/8 bolts where everything else on the bike is metric. That's something for you girls and guys that are tedious and everything that we want to know about this. While this is metric and everything is metric, and also, as you know, this is aluminum. This is an aluminum plate. Well, I'm gonna look for a washer and set up a washer between the bolt and the plate, because my adjusting it is eating up on the aluminum plate already. But no worries, I'm gonna put a washer in there, a suitable washer for the application, and probably even change it for a metric bolt. That's one of the little things that I'm noticing now after riding the bike and getting into it. Other than that, 25mm Continental Ultra Sport. For what I know, I've never had these tires before, but I've heard they're pretty good. 25mm, 20mm rims right here, and 40 from the edge to the inner here. It's 40mm rims. I will be changing these to carbon once I get the money for it. I'll be switching them to 50mm carbons, but for now they're staying. And these are stickers. This is not paint. This is stickers. So I'll be taking these off sooner or later. I'll be taking these off. Even though I think it looks nice with the paint job and everything, I also think it's tacky. All right. Anyway, here it is. I'm gonna take it out for a ride, see what I can do with it on the street. I live in the city. I'm outside. That's a train. Until I get clip-on pedals and shoes, I'm gonna ride with the Rock Bros. No issues there. I don't mind them. You know, I ride in the city. I step off and on the bike. Throw my feet here, throw my feet there. You know, what have you. And I'm not a road biker. I'm beginning to be one. I'll make a video on all my other off-road enduro off-road trail bikes that I have, but for now this is my first road bike, carbon, and I'm still learning a lot about this, about the riding. about everything on it. So this is the last thing that I'm going to change right here is pedals. And you know, just so you know, I have torn meniscus on my knees over the years. You know, I am 60 years old, so the movement of flexing in and out, which I've tried it before many years ago on an off-road bike, I'm not sure I want to do that again, because my knees are doing pretty good right now for my age and the injuries that I've had. But I will try the clip-on pedals when I plan to go for long road bikes. But as far as the city, I'm keeping those. So here it is. I'll try to mount this somewhere around here and give you guys a ride and call it quits. Hey, thank you for watching. So before I run out of light for video, this is me SAVA bike, and this is my setup right now. It's not working. I'm gonna have to take it apart because the mount here is falling off, and I can't stand here so much. The mosquitoes are chewing me up. Right now I'm over in Crandon Park. This is one of my favorite spots to ride, but it's pretty much too late right now. Mosquitoes are everywhere. This is where I'm at right here on the map, right there. So I'm gonna turn around, head back towards the city. Wind's coming out of the east, so I'm up against the wind, but once I turn towards the city, I'll be headed towards the west. Wind at my back. That should make for some good pedals. So this is my setup. I'm trying to get a video to everybody get an idea of this bike, how great it is, and what an awesome buy I think it is. I'm not sure how my GoPro video is going to come out. It's been giving me problems, but like I said, I'm going to break it down and put it away and just pedal out of here. The bike's doing good. For those of you who want to know, I put up a video putting this bike together. I made a mistake with the pulleys. This is a narrow pulley and this is a wide pulley, and this goes with the Shimano HG chain, I believe this is, and you need the narrow pulley at the bottom and the wide at the top. And if you do research on that, you'll see why. So I had to switch back to the stock pulleys. And one issue with the front wheel, not serious, but I had to true it. It wasn't that bad at all. But right out of the box, I used my tool and I did a little bit of truing, and I got it really nice now, pretty much acceptable. I don't have a truing stand, but I pretty much did it, and it's a lot better than it came out of the box. So that's my only issue with this bike. Other than that, everything's good on it. Everything's good. If the video comes out on the GoPro, I was doing some shifting earlier. The Sora group is doing pretty good, so no complaints there. I'm getting chewed up by mosquitoes, so I'm going to cut this off right now, break down my GoPro, and head back out. And hopefully I can put together a video for anybody who's interested in this awesome bike, SAVA. It's a SAVA bike, Warwind 3.0 with a Sora group set and an ounce crank on it, which I looked up, it's pretty decent. So no complaints there, and no complaints overall about anything else. I trimmed down these adjustments here on what they call the bull horns or whatever. I trimmed down those. I took up the slack on the cables, so it's a little bit better, more comfortable for me. And that's about it. I've been tweaking the bike for the best ride that I can get out of it. I'm still doing that, but right now I'm going to cut this off and say thank you for watching. I'll try to put this together with whatever I got on the GoPro and put it out to anyone who's interested in learning about this bike. Thank you.